We're going to practice the abdominal wrap now. You may have heard this referred to as core breathing, but we prefer to call it the abdominal wrap because it gives you that visualization of wrapping your transverse abdominis right round your spine and providing protection whilst we're exercising. So you will have already mastered the diaphragmatic breathing, the natural way that we should breathe. Now we're going to turn that diaphragmatic breath into a conscious exercise, which is the abdominal wrap. Now this can be an exercise for your core and pelvic floor during and after pregnancy to keep it strong or rehabilitate it if it's a little bit weak or dysfunctional. But it is also an exercise that we need to master so that we can link the abdominal wrap to every exercise or movement that you do to provide protection for the spine, the abdominal wall and the pelvic floor. Okay, so how we do this is we are going to perform this seated on a stability ball or a comfortable chair. Just make sure that you're not leaning against the backrest. We're sitting nice and tall on our sit bones. Let's have a think about our alignment. So feet are flat on the floor. We're not arching our back and tipping our pelvis forward so that our pubic bone is touching the front of the ball, but we're equally not tipping back and slouching so that our coccyx is touching the back. We're going to come halfway in between, right up on those sit bones, so the pelvis is in a neutral position. We're then going to relax the shoulders away from the ears, and what I want you to do is just place your hands on your lower abdomen. So with the bump, we're just going slightly underneath the bump, we're not up here, okay? Then we are going to take that normal diaphragmatic breath in through the nose, but feeling the air go at the back of the throat. So like we practiced with our diaphragmatic breath, we want to make it sound almost a bit Darth Vader style. Not our shallow, sniffy breath at all, okay? So we're going to take that breath in, we're going to feel the rib cage expand laterally, feel the belly and pelvic floor, just give a little and relax, so no belly blowing up the belly like a balloon, it's just a gentle relaxation. But then, this is where the difference between the natural diaphragmatic breath comes in and the abdominal wrap. You are then going to consciously engage your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis, corset-like deep abdominal muscle, and lift and engage on the exhale, okay? You're going to wrap it right the way around to the spine. And I like to think of the word wrapping because if we think about just drawing the belly button towards the spine, which is a cue that I hear used quite a lot in classes, we tend to get an overactivation of the external obliques and the rectus abdominis and not the transverse abdominis. So what we want to do is think about wrapping all the way around, okay? And drawing those hip bones towards one another. So we lift the pelvic floor first, that's important. So remember, if you are not sure on how to lift and engage your pelvic floor, first watch the pelvic floor visualization video and it will really help you to engage the right area correctly. Once you've lifted the pelvic floor, you are going to then wrap your abdomen all the way through that exhale, right to the end till there's no air left. And at the very end of that exhale, when you want to push that very last bit of breath out, we're going to think about knitting the lower rib cage together. And that will make sure that we are engaging correctly and we are getting the most out of the exercise. Now, to help you slow down the exhale and to make sure we're breathing from the correct place, we like to use either a breath with our clients, so it's a ha sound, or the S breath, which sounds like a snake hissing. Today I'm going to use the S breath, but you can also use the breath if that sounds or feels better for you. Okay? Give them both a try. So, let's start, feet flat on the floor, Hands on your bump at the lower abdomen. We're going to relax the shoulders, remember, so we can really open up that rib cage. Breathe out normally to begin. Close off the mouth. Inhale, slowly. Feel your rib cage open to the side. Feel your belly, pelvic floor relax. Now exhale, S breath. Draw the pelvic floor up. Wrap the abdominals as tightly as you can. So when you're about to run out of air, knit the bottom rib together. As soon as you've done that, you inhale slowly again. Inhale. Blow up the rib cage, relax, relax the pelvic floor, and then S breaths. Inhale slowly again. Inhale. Relax, open up to the sides, open, relax the belly, relax the pelvic floor, then S breath, lift pelvic floor away from the ball, lower abdominals on all of the transverse wraps all the way around from the back of the spine to the front, and then inhale and relax. Don't worry if you get a little bit dizzy the first few times you do this, because you are not used to breathing so deeply and for so long. That's quite natural. Try not to panic. And another tip is, as you exhale, when you force that last bit of air out, some people will force it out for the first time, they will panic and think, oh, I need to breathe in quickly now. So they will go, and I need you to control that. I need you to slow that breath back down as you breathe in on the next breath. And every time you breathe, whilst you're doing a circuit of abdominal wraps, that will get longer and your abdominals will get stronger, okay? So I'm going to show you this from the side so you can see my bump really relaxing on the inhale and then engaging on the exhale. So let's give this a go now. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so let's now practice a circuit of 10 abdominal wraps together. You're going to use the cues on the screen. Remember to relax the pelvic floor and lower abdomen and open up the rib cage on the inhale. And remember to lift and wrap the abdominals on the exhale, knitting the rib cage together at the very end of that breath.